Hello, I hope you're all doing great and taking out time to study also. So, all the youngsters out there who have started their exams or are ready to take up some exams, many of you would be finding it hard to concentrate while studying. There are plenty of ways to harness the power of mind and make it work with you and not against you. So, today I'll share a few super tips for super concentration. Firstly, have a clear defined area that this is where I sit and study with only the stuff that is required for you to study. A neat as well as a tidy study area is always going to be beneficial. It's going to have a calming effect on your mind and it helps you to study. This also means no studying in the bed, as bed is associated with sleep and relaxation. Second, have a study plan for the day. This includes there's a start time as well as there's a stop time. The idea is to study smart and not to study hard for a balanced life. Study plan should be as detailed as possible, which means it should not say, for example, it's not sufficient to say study science. It has to be chapter 5, page 90 to 95 to have a better idea of your progress as well. So if you don't feel like studying, many a times we are stuck that I don't feel like sitting and studying. So the third point is, if you don't feel like starting your work, take a 1 minute to prepare yourself mentally. Set a timer for yourself that you'll start work when the timer goes off. It's called the implementation intention. 99% of the time it works. Fourthly, schedule your worries or your distractions. Either keep a time slot during the day like 8:30 to 9 for example to think about it, or you write it down in your notebook on the back sheet and save it for later. This way you do not resist the urge, rather you acknowledge it. Fifthly, make notes as you read, speak it aloud. Mix topics frequently, easy and the difficult topics, interesting and the dull topics. Take regular short breaks when you are working. And lastly, you should know exactly why you want to study hard. Focus on the purpose rather than the outcome. For example, to make the most of the opportunity to learn rather than just to get all your A's. Train yourself to concentrate effectively and find a work pattern that suits yourself. Following, I shall be talking about 2 basic strategies so that you can sit down and study, so that you can learn better and get good grades.
Exams are stressful, revision causes anxiety, and exam pressure can make you ill. If your answer is yes to any of the above, I have the famous SQ3R strategy for effective study, which actually reduces the stress and increases your grades. Given by Francis Robinson in 1946. Survey. It just looks like a roadmap before actually traveling. Get the best overall picture of what you're going to study. Question. We remember things easily that are more meaningful and that make an impression on our mind. So ask yourself questions on what, why, where, when, and who of the study content. Read. Reading is just running your eyes over the text. Be alert of the bold or the italic print, even the graphs, tables, and illustrations, as well as the examples. Recall. Try to recall the main headings, the important ideas, the concept in your own mind and thoughts. You can also try to connect to what you have already read to what you are reading right now. Review. Reread with the idea that you're just measuring what you have gained from the process. The best time to review is when you have just read or finished the entire topic. I agree, no two people study in the same way. Thus, what works for one may not be working for another one. So I shall be sharing few more strategies on how to cope up with exams with effective study skills. Keep in touch. Not getting good grades, or are you looking for a better way to practice? Here I am with my second technique. It's called the murder study system technique. given by John Hayes in 1989, MURDER, where M stands for mood. It's very important, and the most important first thing that you need to set when you are about to study. You need to have a positive set of mind and an attitude to sit down to study efficiently. You understand whatever you need to study and what are the things that you're unable to understand, so that you can put more attention to them or seek help. R, recall. Check if you can recall whatever you have just studied. Go back again to the topics that you did not get clear. D, digest. After reading or studying each topic, digest whatever you have read or the subject using your own words. E, expand. Expand whatever you have studied by asking certain questions like, what if I could meet the author? What were the questions I would like to ask? Or what is the criticism I would like to give? Or how could I apply this information to whatever interests me? Or how could I make it more informative and interesting if I have to make other students understand? Review. Review by going again to the readings you have to ensure that you have covered all the necessary topics that were required for you to study. Always remember, it's not just enough just to simply think about studying. You have to actually do it. Wish you all the best in every endeavor.